Moke and friends. Today is a very special episode. I am with my guy Dolla. How are you,
hmm
Dalla?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yourself?
I am great.
Good.
I'm great, and so today is a review again, and we
Mhm.
are talking about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Now, I guess we'll did you saw it?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah, I didn't even ask that. All right,
Yeah.
so I guess we'll walk through it.
Okay.
Now,
Mhm.
where do we begin? Where do we
Right with
begin?
the family murder at the beginning, you know?
Oh, yes, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
now let me tell you what I thought when I was watching that.
hmm
I assumed they were either talking in an Asian language or some type of Mortal Kombat language. And
Uh-huh.
so the first thing, because I haven't really seen too many of the trailers, like I've seen some of it. So the first thing that came to my
hmm
mind, I was like, yo, this movie's not in English, so you know
hmm
it's gonna be fucking fire.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so, but I was a little bothered. I was hoping, I don't know, because I was pretty stoned. I was eating. It was nighttime, and so
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm not trying to just read subtitles for a long time. But
Yeah.
the first scene or the first half, the
hmm
fight.
Yeah. It was.
What was your take on that?
It was great. I'm glad they opened the movie up with that because I feel like the two most important characters in Mortal Kombat are Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I feel like the creators could put out Mortal Kombat 12 and it'd be just them two and people would still buy it.
Right.
Like if, like that's who I and me, I'm a Sub-Zero fan. So and I like Scorpion too, but I've always loved Sub-Zero. My brother always picked Scorpion, and we've always like every game that came out, we continued that rivalry. So I'm glad they started the movie off with that scene because it's like anybody that knows the history of Mortal Kombat, it's like the age old story of like this is a beef that goes like for years. Like it's just so many layers to it,
Right.
so many levels to it. So the fact that they started right it the most perfect origin story, they started right there, and I just felt like that was super important. And it's even with the main character they added Cole Young, like he stems from that. So it was great, and the fight scene was amazing. Um,
Now, now, wait, don't rush too far. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Now,
yeah.
Cole, he's in the game, right?
No, he's not. He's not. He's actually
So
not
who
a
the
video game
fuck is
character.
that in the game that who has those things?
So, oh man, so in Mortal Kombat 5, Jax had those. They were like his weapon that he could pull out.
Are you sure? I feel
Um,
like I played a Mortal Kombat 10 that somebody has some shit like that.
who has an MKX, MKX, MKX? There probably is somebody that has something similar in MKX. Takeda might have something like that. He's Kenshi's son. He might. It's
Okay.
been a minute since I played with him on MKX, but he
Yeah.
might have had it. But I do know that like those weapons have been like in a few of the games over the years. But Cole is actually not a game character. But I
Now,
think. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
what? My bad. But when I saw Cole, the
Uh
first thing that came to my mind, I was like, this is when you create a character and play story mode.
huh. Yeah,
You
I
know,
agree with that.
which isn't a bad thing,
hmm
but before he got his shit, when he got his shit, then I was confused who the fuck he was. I told
Yeah,
my girl, I was like, it can't be Ermac, and blah blah.
yeah.
I don't know, but when I
Uh,
saw that, I was like, this is just like a creator creating a character, just going through the story. But now
yeah.
let's go back to the fight.
hmm
What was the fight? The fight wasn't like that. I feel like in other Mortal Kombat's because in Mortal Kombat, I was a fan of Scorpion. My brother was a fan of Sub Zero. But in other Mortal Kombat's, Sub Zero has been the good guy and Scorpion has been the bad guy.
Yeah, and that's because there's two Sub Zeros, and that's because the
They gotta
one
stop with it. The one that has the scar on his face, right?
that's the younger Sub Zero. That's his younger brother.
That's the
So
good guy.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
He's a good dude. He literally only came into Mortal Kombat wanting to avenge the death of his brother. After that, he didn't really care what else happened. But after he met Raiden and the other heroes, he ended up becoming a defender of Earthrealm. So his older brother, Bihan, the one that's in the movie and the one who like started the beef with Scorpion, like their two clans, the Lin Kuei, which is the Sub-Zero clan, and the Shirai Ryu, which is Scorpion's clan, they've been beefing for years. So
Right.
it's like what we saw was just like their final battle as like humans or whatever at the beginning of the movie, and that the fight scene was just crazy. Like, and you're right, the fights were different in the other movies because I guess without having that R rating, there was only so much they could do.
Right.
And I've heard a lot of people, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this movie. Me being a fan of the games and just a fan of the combat, I loved it
Right.
because I love the original movie. But I was telling my girl today, I was watching scenes from it. And I'm like, yo, the fights were so. It was just regular martial arts fights. Like, what's the point of y'all being ninjas and ain't nobody using no special moves? Like, it's just regular martial
Right.
arts versus this movie where the moves really are there and they're actually killing each other. So yeah, the combat was crazy.
Yes, it was. Now, my take on the movie is before I watched this movie, I went on this rant and I was like, people always expect a lot out of movies. They expected Coming to America 2 to be better than 1 and blah, 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 yada, yada. So I said, I'm not gonna put so much stock in this movie, but I'm gonna enjoy it for what it was.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that was just that. And so when I got asked how was the movie, I said it was cool.
Yeah.
Now I say that because to me, Kano was the best character.
Hilarious.
Yes, like great. Like if he wasn't in it, it would have been a way different movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Now I feel like it was very cheesy.
Yeah.
Like I liked when he said the Kano wins part, but once the flawless victory and like I can get it when you say yo fatality from up, but how they were saying it, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. It's like it's Mortal Kombat shit, but I feel, and I hate to be sounding like one of those people say I feel, but I feel that they should have just had it in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like a fatality. They should have just had it like that instead of having them fucking say it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right because I thought the movie was great, but I got a whole lot of complaints about it. It just wasn't perfect, and they definitely could have executed things better. I agree with you. Like what they should have done was they just should have had the tournament. And anytime somebody died, you could have had Shao Kahn or whoever was there. Like,
I didn't think about that shit.
Like, all they had to do. I don't know why they stripped the tournament away from it because it's literally always. It hasn't always been about the tournament, but like it always started with the tournament.
But this is the reboot. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the killing of the before the tournament should be like a couple movies down, or maybe the next movie. I agree with you. I feel like they should have had the tournament, but man, I have a lot to say. I didn't. I mean, the fighting was great.
Yeah.
The fight was great, and I liked how they had. I mean, the bad guys were gonna die, but how they had, Kung Lao die. You know what I'm saying? Like I like how they had somebody who was good die also.
Yeah. Because my girl even said she was like, it sucks that he died so soon, and I was like, well, I mean, according to the Mortal Kombat story, like. In MK9, which like takes MK9 retells the story of Mortal Kombat's 1, 2, and 3, and basically Kung Lao is like, I'm the great descendant of the other Kung Lao. I can do this, and he gets clapped like early in the story. So it's kind of like it's kind of true. Like, yeah, he's a good fighter, but you going against people that you just can't beat. So like him dying, it did suck, but they were true to the game.
Right, yeah, and I like that, and I really didn't care for his character. I don't care for him on the game, so I was like, that's cool that they let a good person die.
Yeah.
But one thing that really grinded my gears though is, nigga, you can't fucking promote this movie like this and give me Scorpion for 10 minutes.
Bro, yes, bro. So I
Don't
don't
even
get
have
that.
him on the poster like that.
Yeah, I don't get that at all. I was just talking to my brother about it earlier today, and I was like, I don't understand why Scorpion didn't use more of his powers and more of his moves. And I was like, okay,
Or why he wasn't in most of the fucking movie.
yeah, yeah, he Scorpion should have had a much bigger role because so remember at the end where Cole like he's holding the spear and he talks to
Right.
Raiden and he's like, I thought you couldn't intervene, but
Yeah.
Raiden kind of smiles at him. So I
He
took
brought
that as like,
Scorpion.
yeah, I took that as kind of like, so did Raiden release him from the Nether Realm to come help him? Because if that's the case, you could have been released Scorpion and y'all could have been killed Sub-Zero, and then you probably would have had a better chance of protecting your defenders for the tournament. Because Sub-Zero was the main assassin. And so then
Right.
I was thinking, well, maybe Raiden didn't release him, but if he didn't release him, then Scorpion could have got revenge on his own, like way early. Like it just didn't make sense why we had to wait to
Right.
the end of the movie to see Scorpion. I get hyping it up, but they should have had like multiple scenes where Scorpion was trying to get to Sub Zero and something
Or at
kept
least
getting
some
in the
fucking
way.
flashbacks of how he
Yes,
became and all this shit.
Scorpion. Yeah, you're right. Exactly, bro. They didn't do any of that. Have you seen the animated film Scorpion's Revenge?
Uh-uh.
Bro, you should watch it. It's on HBO Max. It's an animated film. It's amazing, amazing, bro.
Is
It
he
just
he's
came
a
out
good
like yeah,
guy?
yeah. It came out like late 2020.
Yeah.
It's incredible, but it just doesn't make any sense because it would have been dope to, like you said, show how Hanzo became Scorpion. It would have been dope to show him taking down people one by one in different
Yeah.
scenes that were trying to stop him from getting to Sub Zero
Yeah.
because he hunts Quan Chi in the games and he has to take people down one by one and eventually gets his revenge. So
Yeah.
it's like it would have been true to the story and stuff. But yeah, they made some changes that didn't make sense because for example, Sub-Zero was like 4,000 years old, but he wasn't dead.
Mm.
So I was just like because like when they first show Sub-Zero in his armor and he's like, I'm not Bihan, I'm Sub-Zero, and he's talking to Shang Tsung, he tells him like I killed Hanzo centuries ago. I was just like, wait a minute. I mean, a century is at least 100 years. So I was like, how you over 100 years old? Like, and
Well,
the reason I feel like that could be an issue is because the younger Sub Zero plays a much bigger role in the MK story. He's the most important Sub Zero. So how can you have a younger brother join the story if you yourself are 4,000 years old? Like, where does your brother fit in this timeline?
I'm
And
gonna say this and I'm gonna try to sound smart. And I may not sound smart, but I I don't have HBO Max, so I'm watching off a high
mhm.
quality bootleg site.
Okay,
But I don't think this movie has anything to do with Acclaim. So if it
uh-huh.
don't have nothing to do with Acclaim, it's two different worlds.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
Acclaim they make the video games. But if this
yeah,
movie has a license to Mortal Kombat, but
yeah,
Acclaim has nothing to do with it, because
yeah. You're
I
right.
I, I feel with this, if that was the case,
Hmm.
that they would have like I feel like they would have kept both of them alive until the next movie because
Yeah,
it's man like it seems like it's gonna be like that bum ass nigga what's his name Cole
yeah,
like I'm gonna start getting my real feelings out about this movie. I'm gonna
yeah.
tell you one thing, man. There's parts of this movie I stayed up through the whole thing,
Hmm.
and I'm an old nigga and I always fall asleep to the movie. There was a couple parts where I was like
Hmm.
I stayed up for the sake of this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I was like, I cannot wait till this movie's fucking over so I can go to sleep.
right.
Now, it was still a good movie,
Hmm.
but I just hate how I don't want to say it was rushed because I
Hmm.
don't know when they started making it. And I hate when people say that, but I feel like it was kind of rushed because you're gonna give me Melina but no interaction with Baraka or Melina
Yeah,
versus no katana.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like you
yeah.
you kill Melina so quick, and I'm I'm a hater. I didn't like Sonya's character
Nah, so I mean, I'm with you on some of those things. I actually love Sonya. I thought she was awesome. I
in the
felt like
movie.
yeah, I felt like she was,
Man,
she
she was
was.
that the fuck ass underdog shit.
But what? But see, they made more sense of it though, because that's one thing they did really
They
well.
did.
They
I'm just
actually tried
sounding
to make you.
misogynistic.
Nah, they actually tried to make sense of the characters having powers, and they did a
Right,
good job with
right.
that because Mortal
That
Kombat
was
don't
good.
explain that at all. Yeah, so
Never.
so like with them having abilities and stuff, I appreciated that. But I'm right there with you on Melina. Like they, I kept waiting to see her teeth, and
Right.
I just want to shout out. I'm glad that Melina was black. I think it's a good look. I think that it's amazing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Her people from Edenia usually have like brown skin anyway, but just to see her
Okay.
complexion was dope. But I
Yeah.
was waiting the whole movie to see her bite somebody's neck, rip their head off. She finally
Mm-hmm.
shows her teeth, and she doesn't even get to bite anybody. And
Right.
I don't like when they do that in movies. Don't show me something dangerous, but the character
Yeah.
never gets
And
to
they
use
can't use it. And
it. Yeah,
especially when it's that type of movie.
yeah. Like I was expecting her to at least body somebody, and
Yeah.
then like and while I'm on that route, like I didn't have a problem seeing Cole kill Goro because Goro put up a great fight. I just didn't like that I didn't get to see Goro kill one single person, and he's literally one of the biggest threats in Mortal Kombat.
Or we're not saying where the fuck he came from, or
Yeah,
like I get it, saying change whatever the fuck his name is
mhm,
putting people in places, or
yeah,
Raiden's putting people in place. I don't fucking know.
uh-huh.
But like you can't rush through the greats like that.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't rush through no fucking Goro unless, because I'm gonna tell you this.
Mhm,
This, I don't know who made this,
mhm.
kudos, whatever, but this is not a Marvel movie.
Right,
Like
exactly.
in my heart,
Mhm.
I feel like we're not gonna get some good backstories.
Yeah, and I
You
agree
know
with
what
you.
I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Because I feel like the next one's gonna be like Johnny Cage, this, blah blah blah. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So they're
yeah,
just showing these characters, but I'm like, I was really mad that there was no Melina and Baraka because they were a
yeah.
couple.
Well, I don't think they were ever a couple. They were just
Come on,
so
man.
because
Somebody said they're a couple. I believed it.
no,
All
and
these
I'm
years,
not
I've been believing
and I'm
that
not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. But the
because
thing
they
about
look the
Melina,
same.
they do because she's basically she was created as a clone of Katana, but with the blood from Baraka's race, the Tarkatans. So she's basically
Hmm.
like a fusion between Baraka and Katana. And
Okay,
so it is weird seeing Melina there without Katana already existing, but I
right.
kind of think I might have a theory as to why Katana was not in the movie. And I think it's because the movie focused basically on the champions of Earthrealm going against the champions of Outworld. And there are other realms like Adenia, and Melina is she's not technically from Adenia because she's a clone, but Katana is from Adenia, Rain is from there, Jade is from there. Yeah.
Champions of Earth Realm,
Uh-huh.
and the opening scene was Cole getting his ass whooped. Not the
Yeah.
opening scene, but the first introduction to him.
Yeah.
Like this nigga wasn't a champion until like late in the game.
Yeah, true. But at the same time, he wasn't necessarily like meant to be a champion. He was meant to be a champion,
He had the Mortal Kombat on him.
but it's because of his bloodline. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he was supposed to be the chosen one. It's just like he was a member of that family. And I mean, Cole could fight. I ain't gonna lie. Like Cole could
Do
fight. He was
you think
like,
he gonna be the face of the franchise?
if he is, I'm not mad at it. As long as we get to see
I'm
enough of
not.
the other characters, because a lot of times I feel like cheesy movies that have rush plots have annoying characters. And I didn't find
Right.
anybody to be annoying in this movie. Like I felt like it was going at a good pace, and I got
I
super
felt like
excited.
Sonya's character was annoying.
I didn't think so. I felt like there was nothing she said to me that was like out of pocket or out of place or anything. I felt like she fit right in. I thought she was dope.
I feel like her acting. I'm just
I don't think so, bro. I gotta disagree with you on that one. I thought she did a great job.
and I appreciate. I mean, I can appreciate that. And I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't try to put a lot of stock in the movies,
Hmm.
but and I'm not even mad about how it was. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a
Yeah.
mad. I just hate like just the one liner shit. And I mean,
Hmm.
and I hate the fact that I really just hate the fact that Sonya had. I mean, she killed Kano in the first Mortal Kombat, and I
Yeah.
know like their rivalry, but I just hated that it was like, yo, I gotta earn this thing, and
Hmm.
I mean I don't know because wasn't she with Jax the whole time? How does Jax got one? He got his fucking arms gone.
Yeah, so well, they explained how Jax got one because she was telling when she first met Cole and she brought him to the hideout, she was like, they tried to take down a target and it had superhuman abilities. She
Oh
said it
yeah,
ripped
yeah,
through their
yeah.
team. Yeah, and then Jax finally took it down, and that's when Jax got his. So Jax didn't know what his powers were yet either until he tried to like save Sonya's life or whatever. And like I
And
guess
then it
his
went, yeah.
yeah, just
That nigga
rebuilt
had them
himself.
baby arms, nigga.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
that
like,
was
ah,
hilarious.
nigga, when that shit was happening, I was like, I
Yeah.
hope this isn't what we're expecting out of Jax.
Right, exactly. Exactly. And I mean, while we're on the lane of like, people playing their characters, I felt like the dude who played Hanzo did a good job. I feel like the brother that played Jax did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
But I really feel like the person who played their character down to a T to the best was Kung Lao. Because bro, when I tell you the moves he was doing are from like five different Mortal Kombat games, and he
yeah,
put them all into one. Like for example, so the first time we see Kung Lao fight is when he's training Cole, and he does like these fast punches. That's like his grab attack on Mortal Kombat 10. There's a
yeah.
part where he does a kick, like you know how Liu Kang has a bicycle kick, like
Hmm.
Kung Lao has like a whirlwind kick. That's from Mortal Kombat 5. When he tried to trip him with the hat, that's from Mortal Kombat 10. When he tried to like he did like the spin move with the hat, that's from Mortal Kombat 10 and Mortal Kombat 11. And then even the part where he tried to uppercut him with the hat and he missed, like that's
Yeah.
literally when you press down and Y on Mortal Kombat 10. And he does the like the brother he did the same attacks and even the same poses, bro. Like when he
Yeah.
when he caught the hat, it was the same pose. The teleport thing, like so when I and now I'm about to go into a complaint because when I see them so loyal to Kung Lao and so loyal to the moves of Liu Kang, I'm like, so why Scorpion ain't teleporting? Why Scorpion ain't using more fire? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, because
Why
Melina was teleporting the fuck out to everything.
yeah, exactly. And I'm like, why is Scorpion and Cole, why are they jumping Sub-Zero? He only has one sword and they still struggling to whoop this nigga. Like they have four blades against his one. Like, what's the problem? Like it's Scorpion. He don't need no help.
I
Like,
mean, but see, that's the thing. I mean, I feel like they made it kind of like when Scorpion came, I feel like they made it seem like he was not on the same level as a nigga or something, or he
mm,
was just awakening. I don't know. Like I didn't know that he was fighting his way back. If that's what was
yeah,
happening.
yeah, it's just yeah, I agree with you. And I just feel like things should have been explained more, like you said, because the only logic I can make of it is maybe Cole had to use the spear against Sub-Zero for Sub-Zero to hold it, and maybe that would activate Scorpion coming back. But they
Yeah.
never specifically said that because I don't understand why we had to wait till the end, like you said, for Scorpion to come back. And then
Right.
even when he was frozen in the ice, like I'm like, why are you still sitting there in this ice when you got hell powers? And maybe you're right. Like maybe he just didn't know how to use his powers fully yet and stuff like that. But you would think after 4,000 years you'd have some time in hell to practice a little bit. So
Yeah.
it just kind of that
Right.
part didn't make sense to me. Other things that didn't make sense. I didn't like the fact that Kano was killed off before we got to see like a metal plate on his face. It
See,
was kind of
that's what I was because when that thing scratched him, I was like,
yeah,
oh, so this is where the shit comes from.
right,
Well,
yeah,
was that supposed to be Reptile?
yeah,
I hate that because
yeah, me
Reptile
too.
wasn't like that.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, wasn't he like that in another Mortal Kombat? Was it
yes, so
10?
so yes, you're right. So it's bittersweet for me because when they said Sizoth, I'm like, yo, that's Reptile's like actual name. And I
Yeah.
only know that because on Mortal Kombat 10, Raiden says it like out of his mouth. But
Hmm.
so when he shows up in full lizard form, I'm like, all right, cool. And I was just like, they did a good job on because he was also a lizard in like Mortal Kombat 5 and
Yeah.
8. And then he also was a lizard in like Mortal Kombat X as well, but he still dressed
Right.
like a ninja. So I was like,
Right.
they did a good job on his design. But him getting killed off though, without even seeing him like as a ninja, I was just like,
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel
yeah.
like some of this shit was rushed and who was the other one? Was it Cyrax?
Nah,
Let's,
who else was in the movie? That got killed.
who that was no that was Cyrax in there?
Nah, he wasn't in the movie.
Who the fuck was that? That
What you mean?
Irmo,
At what part?
the one that looks like Cyrex, Kano's homeboy,
Oh, Cabal. Yeah. So
Cabal.
yeah,
I kind of liked that he
yeah, he was
sounded
funny.
like he was Italian. I
Yeah, he
liked
was
it,
hilarious.
but I didn't like that he was said, "Yo, I'm like this because of you," and like they weren't doing no fucking flashbacks.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because you're right. It didn't make any sense that he was like that because of Kano. But then again, he never tried to get his revenge on Kano for
Right,
it.
like he just jumped, come to the
Yeah,
squad. Kano, trust him, and like it's all
yeah,
good.
yeah. That was weird. Another thing that
I
was
would have been cool if Kano would have been a good guy.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Because they could have waited like some movies down to make him betray
Right.
the team or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Another thing I didn't like, because I'm always big on like the action, is like when Cabal was fighting Liu Kang, and he was like, "Yo, your homeboy," which is kind of funny when he said he's about to get his soul sucked, but he's like, "Your homeboy,
Yeah.
he's about to be out of there." So Liu Kang gets off of him, and then for like a split second, you see Cabal chasing Liu Kang. I'm like, bro, you got super speed. This should not be a problem. Like,
Right.
so
Right.
that yeah, that didn't make any sense. And the fact that Liu Kang was dodging any of his attacks makes no sense because regardless of how good of a martial artist he is, this dude has super speed. Like he can't dodge everything.
Right.
So I wasn't mad at Liu Kang killing him in a fight, but I was just upset at just the fact that it's like my dude didn't even really get to do much. Like he had these blades and he cut Liu Kang once. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Like this is like, and you're right. It's not a Marvel movie. This is Mortal Kombat. They're supposed to be killing each other. So Liu Kang should have struggled a lot more in that fight than what he
Mm-hmm.
did. But his dragon fatality was crazy. That was fire,
Yeah.
literally.
That was dope. But
Yeah.
also what I mean when I say it's not a Marvel movie, just
Mhm.
because Marvel movies gives you the whole story.
They do. Yes, they do. Yeah.
Because I can tell you this.
Hmm.
If you give me Mortal Kombat 2
Hmm.
and you're already promoting that Johnny Cage is gonna be in it and
Yeah.
this and that, whatever,
Hmm.
then you have to make it you have to tie it in very good if you're gonna backtrack on any of these characters who died already.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Facts.
If that's the case, I don't have faith in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because because the movie the movie seemed like it came out and it tried to please a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And just the fact that what's his name, Sang Shan. I don't know the fucking name. Sang
Yeah.
Shan.
Shang
That's
Tsung.
the
Yeah, Shang Tsung.
Sang. That's what we say. Shank to Shan. Uh, but Sang Shan, like they didn't show him changing anybody. They didn't show
Yeah,
him even turning the Kung Lao.
yeah, yeah. That was yeah, you're right, bro.
They're right.
Because I was so I felt like the movie felt like a little incomplete at the end because after they took out Sub Zero, I was just like, all right, cool. So I guess Liu Kang gonna fight Shang Tsung. And that never happened. And I was just like, wait a minute, like this is
It's
the first
like
Mortal
you,
Kombat film. Like it
nigga.
usually
But
always leads up to that.
how the fuck in all these Mortal Kombat's you can play with Raiden and all this shit? You mean tell me
Mhm.
Raiden can't just wreck shop right now? And
Yeah, so that's the weird part about it because the older movies were like that too. And then even in the video games in the storyline, they like Raiden is always like, I can't actually get involved, even though he gets involved every time.
yeah,
And
nigga
yeah,
has a
so
fatality.
yeah, and while we're talking about Raiden, honestly, the actor, he wasn't a bad actor, but Raiden just didn't seem powerful enough to me. Like he didn't
Nigga,
seem like a threat to me at all.
that nigga didn't seem like Raiden. That nigga just seemed like an Asian.
Yeah, it just seemed like an Asian dude with a hat. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. He didn't seem powerful. I'm used to the like dude
And
saying like I'm Lord Raiden, and he didn't sound nothing like that. But I
once
get
I go ahead.
go ahead. Well, I was
Nah,
gonna say like I was watching a bunch of videos today, and apparently Raiden is based off of like an Asian thunder god named Raijin. So I was like, I guess that's why they cast. I'm not even mad about them casting an Asian dude. It's just
right.
his voice just didn't seem powerful enough. He didn't seem like a threat. Like it's like Kano just broke your stick and the force field just comes down. Like, bro,
Yeah,
you'll die. Like,
yeah.
what kind of stuff is this? Like, Shang Tsung was not afraid of this fool at all. Like a thunder god pulls up on you and says, "Y'all need to leave," and they're like, "Fool, get out of my way!" Like, come on, we're trying to fight. Like, nobody cares.
He rolled up in his spot.
Yeah, man. Like that was just crazy. Um,
Is Shao Kahn? Is he higher than Saint Son?
Yeah, so he is. So Shao Kahn, so like Shang Tsung was gathering people in Outworld. Shao Kahn is the ruler of Outworld. So Shao Kahn usually has like hired Shang Tsung or forced him into like working for him so that Outworld could win the tournament.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, and the closest thing we got about Shao Kahn was just a statue of him, and it would have been dope to have like they really because they could have turned Shao Kahn into like the Thanos of their universe, and it would have
Right.
been yeah, it would have been dope to show like a flashback with him or even Melina telling Shang Tsung like, "Yo, you know if this don't work, my father's gonna take your ass out," like you know what I mean, like stuff like that, like
Wait, Shao Kahn is Melina's dad?
in a sense because Shao Kahn got Shang Tsung to basically make Melina for him because he so basically Shao Kahn goes to Adenia. He kills Katana's father, basically takes her dad's wife, who is Sindel, her mom, and forces them into kind of like being like his family in Outworld. And then he has Shang Tsung make a clone of Katana or whatever. And like Melina is like his loyal follower and stuff like that. And because she's like his pretend daughter. So she's as much as a daughter to Shao Kahn as like Nebula and Gamora were daughters to Thanos, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, perfect.
it's kind of like that. But yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and I just man, I gotta talk about my favorite character because Sub Zero was a badass. I saw a meme that said he had Black Air Force's energy throughout the whole movie,
You
and
did.
I'm with that. But I just wish that like I wish I could have seen his slide. I wish that like it was kind of crazy that like he hit Liu Kang with an ice ball, but it didn't freeze him, even though that's his signature move.
Right. Because
So I'm just like,
it froze Scorpion.
but the thing is he froze Scorpion differently though. Like what he did was he like slid his blade along the ground and then like the ice came up from the floor and froze Scorpion, which is a move he can do, but he
Right.
never actually shot an ice ball that froze anybody. And I don't know, and then like even when you think about it, Sub-Zero really only had one fatality in the whole movie.
Which is,
And
wouldn't it take your head off?
nah, like so like but I mean like yeah, that's his classic fatality, but he
Yeah.
didn't even do that. And like he didn't have any fatalities actually shown in the film, like
Right.
because like yeah he killed Scorpion's wife and child, but we didn't see him do it while he was freezing them. And then he rips off Jax's arms, but Jax didn't die. And other than that, he ain't killed nobody else besides that one dude on the street when he made it snowing, or it made it snow, and then like the hail
True.
hit the guy. But
But
it's
also
just
they didn't show Scorpion having the skull face.
they didn't show the full skull face because when he burned Sub Zero, the bottom of his like the bottom half of his mouth became a skeleton skull. So yeah, and that was cool, but there were good fatalities. There just should have been more. Like it should have been it's a great movie. They just should have done more, bro. That's all.
Like yes, they should have had the guy say fatality, flawless
Yeah,
victory. They even should have had the toasty. I feel like
yeah, yeah,
they should
exactly.
have had that. But I just like I hate I like the Goro fight. Like when I
Mhm.
was watching that fight, I was like, man, this nigga can take some pain. Like when he got his
Yeah,
arm cut off and all this
yeah,
other shit,
mhm.
and just but like I just hate that they said what that they won 9 of the last, right?
Yeah, yeah,
The bad guys won 9 of the last, right?
yeah. Facts.
And so that would have been good because if you're introducing this nigga Cole or whatever,
Mhm.
who's like a created character, you
Yeah,
could have if they said, "Yo, we won the last 9," you could have showed some backstory on. For some reason, I'm
yeah,
all about
yeah,
backstory, and you could have made up some characters.
yeah. Facts, facts. I
You know what I'm
completely
saying?
agree with you. Yeah,
And a little story, whatever. But I just hate the like because it doesn't make sense
mhm.
that you say, "Hey, we won 9 of the last tournaments,
Yeah,
but now we're shook. So we're gonna go try to kill everybody off. But
yeah.
at the same time, we're shook, but we're saying how all these niggas ain't shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, that you're right. It doesn't make any sense. If y'all won 9, there should be no sweat for y'all
Right.
to not even be worried about the tournament. And but now they straight up trying to make sure the tournament never happens. I completely agree with you. The only thing I can think of is just maybe in the previous tournaments, the other fighters just like and then it also depends on like how long ago the other tournaments were because they never actually said how long ago they
Right.
were. because something tells me that like Liu Kang, this is probably his first tournament. Like
Right.
everybody in this movie from Earth, it's probably their first tournament, but
Yeah.
they never specifically said that though.
Mm-hmm.
So, it just would have been dope if, like, you're right, we needed way more backstory. I kind of, you ever watch Dragon Ball Super?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I'm more of a ZGT.
Yeah, of course, and I'm with you on that. So, because Dragon Ball Super, I honestly didn't get into it until it had been on TV for like a year, and it was only because everybody was like, "Yo, Goku got another form," and I was like, "All right, I'll start watching it." So, but there's the Goku Black saga, and it's like
Right.
literally one of the best sagas from Dragon Ball Super, where they fight an evil Goku. The fights
Okay.
are
I thought you
amazing.
were gonna say from the Dragon Ball series because now
Uh,
I took the Mortal Kombat off the screen because
yeah,
now we're kind of speaking more of my language here.
yeah,
Because I'm a Dragon Ball guy.
yeah,
So I'm gonna let you finish what you're saying, but then
uh,
I'm gonna ask this question, but
yeah,
you don't have to answer it now. Finish what you're saying.
yeah.
But what was two questions? What
Mhm.
was some of the best fighting in the whole Dragon Ball series, GT,
Yeah.
superhero, whatever? Best
Mhm.
fighting and best saga. And
Okay, I
then,
got you.
all right.
Okay, so for what I was saying, I brought it up because in the Goku Black saga, at least on the show, the fights are amazing. They're
Right.
amazing, but the power levels make zero sense. Like the story makes no sense at all. Like it's a dude that's immortal, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's strong. But he's like
Mm,
going toe to toe with Goku and Trunks and Vegeta, and it's just like,
yeah.
bro, you can't die, but that doesn't mean you're strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I could be immortal, but it doesn't mean I can like fly and square up with Goku.
Right, right.
So so that's what Mortal Kombat reminded me of. Like the fights are amazing, but there's so much that doesn't really make sense. But yeah, so to answer your question, the best fighting, if I think okay, so I'm gonna go with my best. I'll answer the second question first. My
All right.
favorite saga from Dragon Ball. Um it's gotta I gotta say it's between the Frieza saga and Dragon Ball Z. Damn, it's between like three of them. The Frieza saga and Dragon Ball Z, the Buu saga and Dragon Ball Z, and also the Goku Black saga and Dragon Ball Super. And I'm gonna sum this up
Mm,
real quick. The reason the reason like the reason I say that Dragon Ball Super has is a contender with the Goku Black saga is because it was dope seeing the evil version of Goku, and the fights truly were like amazing. But the problem
right,
is they don't make any damn sense.
right.
But then, like with Dragon Ball Z, the Buu saga, like I said, was a parody, but it was still awesome, and it was cool seeing Goku go Super Saiyan 3. It was cool seeing them fuse and become Vegito. Like there were so many
Yeah.
cool forms that came out of that saga. But I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Frieza saga is probably my favorite one, not just because of nostalgia and being a kid and like really that was when I was the most invested in Dragon Ball Z. And I was just
Yeah.
like, yo, I don't know if they're gonna beat this nigga Frieza. I don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, like for real. And like, but it's just like I really think that Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time is the most epic anime moment in history, in my opinion. And it's
Yeah.
just it's a lot of it's just a lot of connections there. I heard rumors that like the creator was planning on ending the show with the Frieza saga, but after it
Mm,
was so successful, he introduced Trunks and kept it going. But it's like there's so much backstory that's tied to the Frieza saga because even though Frieza is not in Dragon Ball, Frieza is the reason that Dragon Ball exists because Goku was sent to Earth by his parents because Frieza was gonna kill their race.
right.
So like
Yeah. Yeah.
literally all of that comes from Frieza. Vegeta being the way he is comes from Frieza. Goku becoming a Super Saiyan comes from Frieza. Like there's so much there that like ties into the Frieza saga, and Frieza truly is like the beginning of the Dragon Ball storyline because he was ruling their planet and he's the reason the Saiyans were going places and doing all this stuff. And then like, and I guess the last thing I'll say about Frieza too, like the creators kind of dropped the ball on this, but you remember this is kind of like my favorite Vegeta moment. You remember in the Buu saga when Vegeta becomes a Majin on purpose and he becomes
Yeah.
evil, and he
Hmm.
does this whole speech and he tells Goku, he's like, I became evil because Like, you don't know what it's like for me to have to see my father be ruled by Frieza, and I had to be ruled by Frieza.
Right.
And I was the prince of the Saiyans, and I watched you basically surpass me time
Right.
after time
Oh
again.
yeah.
And it's like he was even saying, like, I'm not even hating that you strong. I'm hating that you don't even take our Saiyan race seriously like I do. And you're
Mm,
stronger than me. And it makes no sense. So I was with Vegeta on that. And it's just crazy because Vegeta brought up the fact that, like, even though the Frieza saga was like years ago and Frieza been dead, he still remembers what his childhood was like and even his young adulthood, like dealing with Frieza. So then
yeah.
fast forward to Dragon Ball Super, and I'm not trying to spoil nothing for you, but Frieza
Oh no.
basically,
I mean, I know
yeah.
what happens in Dragon Ball
Okay,
Super.
so yeah, like, Frieza returns. He's got like a golden
Yeah.
form.
Yeah.
Vegeta
Yeah.
finally gets to go toe to toe with him, and Vegeta's going off. And right when Vegeta's gonna kill Frieza, they like Frieza like blows up the earth, and they have to go back in time, and Goku kills him. And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, why would you take
Yeah.
that victory away from Vegeta after
Yeah.
y'all
Let
had
him
Vegeta
have
bring
it.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so crazy, bro.
But
And I
they
was
do
like,
that to
really?
Vegeta a lot though.
Yeah, they do. Because really, the only victory that Vegeta truly has is that, besides killing Nappa, is that he killed Android 19 and saved
Yeah.
Goku's life when he was dealing with the virus. But other than that, Vegeta consistently takes L's. And the only
Mhm.
other like connection that Vegeta has is that his son is arguably he's not the strongest, but he's, in my opinion, the realest character in Dragon Ball Z. And his son is actually the person who kills Frieza. And that's the
Right.
only, you know what I mean? That's the only like true victory that I feel like Vegeta had, bro. And like, I
But
don't know,
that
they,
shit that's like nobody thinks about that. That's like an Easter egg,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And
right,
it
exactly.
should be like, yo, get a nigga his flowers. Now,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, my favorite saga,
Hmm.
which is crazy. I mean, I guess I'm 34, so I'm pretty sure I'm older than you. But the Frieza saga for me, because I used to watch Dragon Ball when it came on at like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then once it started being on Toonami and shit or
Hmm.
Cartoon Network, like nigga, they remember Goku didn't go Super Saiyan in English for a while, so they were just playing
Right.
that shit over and over. So
Yeah,
I was tired of the Frieza saga.
yeah.
But for me, my favorite saga is the Buu saga, just
Mm.
because that's, you know what I'm saying, like you see Goten and Trunks, you see Goten, you see Super Saiyan 3, you see the
Yeah,
Majin, you know what I'm saying? Because that saga had so many sagas in it. You had the Goku versus Vegeta, then you had the Tournament of the Great
yeah,
Saiyaman,
yeah,
you had the Fat Bull, you had the Kid Bull, you had the
yeah,
absorbing niggas. But
yeah.
I don't know if you've watched any of this, but I think some of the best fighting for me
Hmm.
was Dragon Ball GT Super 17's saga.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
good. That was good. Yeah,
and that was one of the ones because 18 was in it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Krillin got fucked over as per usual. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And
yeah,
I like I like the baby Vegeta saga, and I like the Shinran saga. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But the last form, you know what I mean?
yeah.
The nigga who was sticking the horns through Vegeta and all
Right,
that shit.
right.
But when I saw the Super 17,
Hmm.
I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. And just, yeah, because Goku, that was Goku Super Saiyan 4's second fight, if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken. Yeah, it was his second fight, and he really was put to the test to like really have to like kill Super 17.
yeah,
And it was just dope because with them bringing back the Red Ribbon Army, it's another like tie into Dragon Ball because Goku been dealing
hmm,
with them since he was a kid. That was
yeah.
dope. And then also too, to add to what you said about the Buu saga, like I love all the forms and the characters from that saga, and sometimes I hate the fact that it was a parody saga. And this is the last time I'm gonna call it that, but I
I
bring it up.
never knew it was that. Well,
Yeah,
what
and
makes you say that?
because of the fact that like even though it's a dope saga, the creators, you could tell they made it to poke fun at their own show, because you have two Super Saiyan 3s in that saga, and they don't get the job done at all. Gotenks becomes
Right.
Super Saiyan 3. He plays around the whole time and he gets absorbed
Hmm.
only to make the enemy stronger. Goku
But
goes
but but
Super
would
Saiyan.
that not be true though? That they were always fucking around.
Not when it comes to Trunks. Trunks gets the job done.
But you're
Like
fused.
yeah, but
I feel like the cockiness was Trunks, and maybe the playing around shit was Goten.
yeah, but at the same time though, Gogeta was never like that. Like
But Gogeta
Gogeta,
wasn't a kid.
but Gogeta was a fusion.
But Gogeta's not a child.
I know, but at the same time, okay, Gohan was 11 years old when he killed Cell.
Okay, nigga, Goten and Trunks are what? They have to be like what, 6?
Yeah, and I agree with, but I agree with you because the Saiyans are cocky, but it's just like it's not even. So yes, good point on that. You're right. I'm gonna just say good point on that. They're children. They're playing around. They know the stakes, but they still joking around and get absorbed. But they throughout the whole Buu saga, Buu has the most forms out of any villain. He even technically has more forms than Frieza if you count every single Buu, and it's because like
Whoa.
you got Fat Boo, you got Evil
Fat
Boo,
Boo.
that's the gray one. You got Skinny Boo without the shirt. Skinny Boo absorb Gotenks. Skinny Boo absorb Piccolo. Skinny Boo absorb
Wait,
Gohan.
but come on, but you can't do that.
Why not?
Because you're talking like absorb. Like for me, you got Fat Boo,
Uh-huh.
the
Gray Boo.
Gray Boo,
Yeah.
Skinny Boo, and Kid Boo.
Kid Boo. But they're still technically transferred. Like, okay, if we got to at least add when he absorbed Gohan or Gotenks, because technically his antenna,
Why?
because his antenna got longer and it's basically a transformation. He's still powered up.
Come on, his antenna got longer, nigga.
It's like no, I'm serious. It's the equivalent of him being like Super Saiyan 3. Like his body went through changes. Like he even like lost like his face even went from being more round to like more lean.
So
Which
how
is
many is that? 5?
that's at least 5.
So Frieza, you got the
His
one
regular form,
that in the wheelchair Frieza,
yeah.
and then
And
you
you got the
got
tall one.
with the long head.
That's the third one. The second one is when he looks like his dad, when he's like really
When
tall.
he's swole.
Yeah,
Then you
yeah.
got the long head Frieza,
Yeah, and then you got Final Form Frieza.
final form Frieza. Then you got
Yeah.
gold Frieza.
Okay, yeah, you're right. But I meant like in Dragon Ball Z though. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right about that.
But you can say Dragon Ball Z, but the Buu Saga had the most episodes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And I mean, like, because the Buu Saga was like the Deborah, is it not Deborah? Was it Deborah?
Who, the devil dude?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like because man, I'm telling you, I used to be into Dragon Ball so much that I used to play Dragon Ball RPGs on the computer, nigga. Where we be in chat rooms fighting, nigga. Like for real, it was crazy. It was dope.
Yeah.
But and I was into that shit because as people was watching on Cartoon Network and shit, I used to watch it on a Spanish channel. And the Spanish channel would go straight through, so you get the trunk. Then I had the international channel. International channel had Cell. Because what I hated is for the American, it would always play the Saiyan Saga, the Frieza Saga, or it always play the Triomite or Dead Zone.
Yeah, you're right.
And that shit, I was like, yo, fuck Dragon Ball. But once the internet came out, and then I ordered I used to go to Bedrock City, nigga.
Yeah, I still go there.
Yes, and I remember as a kid, I used to pay $20 for a VHS, so I would go there to buy all the sub movies. You know what I'm saying? My favorite movie is movie 13, but I went on the internet and I bought all these anime. Nigga, burned them on the CDs, different shit, and I had the whole Dragon Ball series from Dragon Ball to GT.
Nice.
Right, and so. What were we talking about?
Well, no, because we're talking about the Buu Saga being a parody, and you were asking me why, and it's just
okay. I got what I was saying. Now, I remember when they would break. People say the Buu Saga, but like when I was coming up, it was the Great Saiyaman Saga, the Majin Vegeta Saga, the Majin Saga, because it was the devil dude, and was a little nigga, the little green. Was that Deborah? I don't know. Deborah was a fat nigga.
Bibbidi was the
Bibbidi,
Bobbidi or something like that.
Yeah, and then the tournament. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why for me, I liked the Buu Saga because it was it was like the Frieza saga. Frieza saga had a lot
Yeah,
of talking that did not need to happen.
yeah, yeah,
A
yeah,
lot that did not need to
yeah,
happen. And the
yeah.
Boo saga was a lot of fucking bullshit too. But I think for speaking as an
Mhm.
American person,
Yeah,
like as a kid, like for me seeing the subtitles and all that shit, it was dope.
yeah.
But once it comes like to English and shit,
Hmm.
it's 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 dope because now you know what I'm saying. Like now you have it, but for me, it was one of the best sagas because
Hmm.
you're seeing like sayings in full effect. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, I
Like
agree.
they're not rare no more. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no,
There's the kids and shit.
yeah, I agree with you 100% because it was really dope seeing Goten and Trunks go Super Saiyan like it was nothing, literally because it's
Yeah.
in their genes. When Vegeta and Goku really had to work for that. And see, like when I say it's a parody, I know like I'm not dissing the saga because I love it
Oh
too.
no, no,
You know
no.
what I mean? Yeah,
I'm literally thinking that maybe they because it was funny.
yeah, it was,
It
and
had
it's
a lot
just
of
like.
funny in it.
Yeah, because they did have a lot of talking, just like the Frieza saga. The only difference is Frieza kept getting stronger because they literally could not overpower him. With Boo,
Right.
Goku could have killed Boo from the start because his Super Saiyan 3 form was more
Yeah.
powerful than Fat Boo. But Goku left because he was running out of time to teach the kids to do the fusion dance because Goku didn't know he was coming back to Earth after that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he was like, we need a protector over Earth. So that's why I'm teaching the kids fusion. But and I guess he just wanted them to. Well, he still needed time to do that, and I guess if he would have fought Buu a little longer, it would have taken away from that. And then he even told Vegeta when they fought Kid Buu that his Super Saiyan 3 form could have killed Kid Buu, but he burnt through so much energy he can't really do it at full power at that point.
Yeah.
And then it's like even with Vegito when they turned to him, Vegito was molly-whopping Buu, and he
Yeah.
could have killed him, but they kind of toyed around with him and ended up getting absorbed. Like Boo literally kept fighting. Boo always ended up fighting somebody who was stronger than him, but
Right.
still ended up becoming more powerful and stuff.
Right.
And you know what I mean? So yeah, the Boo saga was amazing. The only negative thing I could say about it, and I could say something negative about every saga, but the only negative thing I could say about it is I wish I could have seen Goten Super Saiyan 3 body somebody. I wish because Vegito has no victories. He's been in Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z, and he still has not killed anyone, even though he's like one of the most top three powerful characters like in the show. Like, because Vegito is the strongest character in Dragon Ball Z, and he hasn't killed anybody in Dragon.
Don't forget Gogeta went against Janemba.
Yeah, no, yeah, and in my opinion, Gogeta is better, but that movie is not canon to Dragon Ball Z. It
Come
doesn't connect with the show,
on.
bro.
Come on, but Toriyama was made the movie, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. No, yeah, 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 yeah. But they've even said that like the Dragon Ball Z movies aren't canon, which is why in Dragon Ball
So
Super,
Trunks never got his sword from Tapion?
nah.
Man, come
But
on,
and the reason I say
man.
that, the reason I say that is because in Dragon Ball Super, they bring Gogeta in to Dragon Ball Super. They bring Vegito back to make these or not Vegito, but Broly. They bring Gogeta and Broly to make these characters canon and finally like make them a part of the storyline. So yeah, I'm with you. I've always felt like Gogeta was better and stronger than Vegito.
Yeah,
But as far as the actual TV show, technically
right.
because Vegito is on the show, he technically is the most powerful character, and the nigga ain't killed nobody. But Gogeta, like in terms of fights, Vegito is 0 and 2, and Gogeta is 2 and 0. So or
Right.
technically 3 and 0 if we count in GT. Well, actually 2 and 0 because he ain't kill him, but still, like I think that Gogeta is definitely the most powerful Dragon Ball character of all time.
Do you think do you like how they kept how Super and Heroes going, or do you think they should have went like after GT? Because I actually really got a kick out of the Vegeta Junior, Goku Junior.
Yeah, so like I watched like the first two episodes of Dragon Ball Heroes, and I stopped watching it because I was currently watching Super at the time, and Dragon
Mm,
Ball Heroes wasn't canon. So I was like, I'm gonna save this for when I ain't watching nothing Dragon Ball and just enjoy the fights.
right.
I honestly, so bro, like so me and a few of the homies, like 2 years ago, we messed around and tried to have a podcast. We had one episode, just one single episode, and the main debate. It was like I got a friend named KP. Our main debate is who is stronger out of Super Saiyan Blue which is technically the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan or Super
Mm-hmm.
Saiyan 4. And I'm on the side of Super Saiyan 4. I
Mm-hmm.
firmly believe that Super Saiyan 4 is the strongest Super Saiyan transformation of all time. So
Right.
his
It's the
argument was
best
always,
looking one too.
yeah, it is. And it makes the most sense because they came from being apes. So his argument was always, bro, GT is not canon. So it's not more powerful. And then he was like, and even if it was, I think he feels like Blue would be powerful because they're gods. And I said, just because they're gods don't mean they strong. Because on Dragon Ball Super, Goku is a Super Saiyan God. And he has multiple fights as a Super Saiyan God, but he's only won one of them. Anytime he fought
Mm.
somebody powerful, he never won. Like he never killed them, he never beat them in a fight, nothing like that. He always like technically lost. But I was like, but as a Super Saiyan 4, Goku had like multiple victories. So, and I'm gonna get to answering your question. This the last point I'm gonna make that I'm gonna answer the question. So I was finally when they put out the Dragon Ball Super movie of Broly that just came
Mm-hmm.
out last year, I was finally able to prove that Super Saiyan 4 is technically stronger than Blue because basically in Dragon Ball GT, if I'm not mistaken, when they become Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they had a certain amount of time to stay in the fusion, but they had
Right.
so much power that the fusion broke before they ran out of time. So like they were just so powerful, the fusion couldn't even hold itself together because they were so
Yeah.
crazy powerful. So in the Broly movie, they become a Super Saiyan God version of Gogeta, and there's no indication that there's too much power for it to be held. Like he's still like
Mm.
mollywops Broly, but there's no indication that the form is too powerful. So I was like, when the
Because you're
movie,
God.
yeah, when you're a god, the apparently like you just do what you need to do. But when you're Super Saiyan 4, it's just too much power. So I was like, it's the same character in two different forms, and he's way too powerful as a
But
Super Saiyan
see,
4.
what if they're just saying it doesn't break in God mode because it's a God?
I don't care. They said they said it was too powerful and they couldn't hold it. So I
Yeah.
was just like, and then like to answer your question, I hope that I hope that they take the good from GT and implement it into Dragon Ball Super because they've technically already started doing that. Because in GT, Vegeta has a daughter named I think it's Bola.
Bra,
Yeah,
yeah, Bola. No, no,
yeah. So
bra.
yeah, I think okay, yeah.
I
So he
think
has a
Brola's in Super or Heroes or some shit.
well, whoever his daughter is in GT, she was
That's
just
bra.
recently born. Yeah, she was just recently born in Dragon Ball Super. So I was like, all
That's
right, that's
Bola.
yeah. I was like, that's one character from GT who is now in Super. And then also, Goku's granddaughter, Gohan's daughter, Pan,
Pan.
is from GT, and she was born in Super.
Oh
So
yeah?
I was telling my homie, yeah, I'm like, bro, if they keep going down this road, eventually they're gonna become Super Saiyan 4s because they're already implementing things from Dragon Ball Super into Dragon Ball GT. I mean, from GT into Super. And the most recent thing they did
What about
was,
Krillin? What was
you
his
said what?
kid name? What was Krillin's kid name?
Well,
Was that
Krillin's
Marin
kid,
or Maroon or Marin?
yeah, Marin. But I think Krillin's kid might have been born in Dragon Ball Z because I think he had a
She
kid
sure
by the
was. Yeah, yeah,
yeah
when he had
by the
hair.
time the tournament in Buu Saga.
I loved
So
hair Krillin.
yeah, me too,
Does he
bro.
still have hair on Super and all that shit on Heroes?
Nah, it's cut.
Yeah, I love hair
Yeah,
Krillin.
it's cut. Me too.
Yo, I
But
knew Krillin. I knew Krillin. Hold that thought. I knew they
yeah,
fucked Krillin over when that nigga. I think it was Super. And he got shot. He was just like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Nigga,
yeah,
you get a command man to the face, and you're just
yeah,
right back up. Then you get shot, and
yeah.
your power level's down, and you're just a regular human. Come on,
Well, yeah, but I think they kind of explained that in the Cell Saga when Goku and Gohan had been training so much that they were able to keep their Super Saiyan form on while they were just doing regular stuff. Because remember, like Goku and Gohan are sleeping under a tree, and Krillin is like, "Wow, they still got their yellow hair on." So Krillin throws a rock at Goku to see if it'll hurt, and it does hurt him, and it's because he just didn't have his defenses up. You know what I mean? It's like he has to like activate that power.
bruh. What is a bullet made out of, and what is a Kai blast made out of, nigga?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're exactly right. But I think, I think it's kind of like I think they could still be injured by it if that makes sense,
Right, right,
unless
yeah, it
they
makes
block
sense.
against it. You know what I mean? Because there's,
Nigga, you're not blocking a bullet. Stop. We
I
can do
mean,
this to a
Goku's
bullet.
Goku's caught bullets. Remember in Dragon Ball Z?
Goku's not a human.
Yeah, I know,
I'm
but
talking about the nigga
oh,
who's
the
been getting
Krillin, yeah,
shot. Yeah, the
yeah,
nigga
that's
who
a good
goes
point.
to different planets and can somehow sustain the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's a good
You
point.
nigga, but I'm just being too much of that guy.
No, no,
But
no,
like they didn't say shit
absolutely.
about dynamic atmosphere. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? About all this shit.
yeah, you're absolutely right, bro. You're absolutely right. Yeah, yeah. To finish what I was saying about the last connection they made between GT and Super. So in the most recent movie, this is another movie you got to check out. The Dragon Ball Super Broly movie,
I've
because
seen it.
this is. Oh, you've seen it? Okay, so
Yeah.
like they mentioned that.
Your volume sounds weird. Like you sound
What about now?
like Say it.
What about now? Check, check, check.
Okay, yeah, you're good. You're good
Okay,
now.
cool. So in the Broly movie, they mentioned that Broly had like the power of the great ape, but he was like maintaining it in his regular form. And
Right.
that's technically what a Super Saiyan 4 is. Because Goku was able to maintain, like Kid Goku had the power of a great ape, but kept it in his regular form, which is what turned him into a Super Saiyan 4. So I was just like, I hope they continue down this path. And I hope that, like, even with all these new transformations that Goku gets, I hope he eventually becomes a Super Saiyan 4. Because the game that I'm always posting, Dragon Ball Fighters, it has
All
all
right.
these characters from Super, it has Jiren, it has Ultra Instinct Goku, God Vegeta, and the last character they just added was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from GT.
What?
You know, yeah, he's on
I
it.
have fighters also.
Yeah, he's on it. He's as he's the last DLC character, and
Hmm.
it's dope because he's one of two characters on the game that has a move that will automatically kill somebody no matter like how much health they have and stuff like that. And then when you have him fight against his god version, like whoever wins the match, there's like this like showdown between them, like to like determine like which one is more powerful or whatever. But it's like
Wow.
yeah, the creators know that people want to know which one is stronger out of 4 and Blue,
Right.
and I think it's gonna be 4. At the end of the day, I think Super Saiyan 4 will be there.
If you leave it to America, it'll be God.
I hope not.
It'll be God mode just because the word God.
Yeah,
Niggas are
bro, I
weird like
really
that.
hope not. But like
Now,
I feel like this is the last thing I'll say. I feel like the creators are doing a good job of like answering fans because in the tournament of power, when he fights against Jiren, I feel like Jiren is supposed to represent One Punch Man because a lot of people were like, who could win out of
ah,
Goku and One Punch Man, and Jiren like literally was hitting Goku with one blow, laying him out. But then when Goku goes Ultra Instinct, it's like you might be able to lay him out with one blow, but how can you do it if you can't touch him? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Ultra Instinct was their answer to Goku versus One Punch Man. And there's even different characters in the Tournament of Power that favor like Sailor Moon and like other characters like from Full Metal Alchemist and just
yeah,
other characters from other animes. So I think like the Tournament of Power was their version of saying like if the Dragon Ball characters fought other anime characters, the Dragon Ball characters would
but
still come out on
but
top.
is that even fair? Because they're just doing it from a Dragon Ball standpoint.
I mean,
But
I think regardless though, like I can't think of anybody from an anime that could go toe to toe with Goku in a physical fight.
agreed. Now let me ask you this. This
Mm-hmm.
is off the Dragon Ball. Do you watch Tokyo Ghoul?
I don't, but I feel like I've seen a little bit of it. I heard people have always told me to watch it, but I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many seasons out, but I know it's on Hulu. If you don't have Hulu, I can give you my account. But
Okay. No, I got it. Uh-huh.
season one and season two.
Okay.
Weirdly, season one somehow helped me through my depression. Like it's weird.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but watch that. Watch season
Okay.
one, season two, and we can talk about it. But we're finna wrap up because I know that
Yeah.
you have a newborn baby, and
Yeah. Yeah.
and,
Yeah. I gotta.
and shout out your girl. Oh, what I want to tell you.
Uh,
Do you remember the first time we met?
I do. It was in at South by Southwest. You were with Josh.
I'm surprised your girl's cool with me.
Why?
She didn't like me then.
Did you speak to her?
Yeah, this is what happened.
Okay.
It's South by.
Uh huh.
We're on Molly every fucking day.
Yeah.
And so it's my first time physically meeting you, and
Mhm.
so I'm excited. You're with
Mhm.
your girl. I'm fucked up, so I'm like, yo, leave her. Let's go.
Yeah.
Cause she was trying to leave or something, and you were leaving,
Mhm.
and it was
Yeah.
like daytime, and I was like, bro, leave her. Let's go. And I
Yeah.
kept saying that, and I'm pretty sure she cursed me out.
Nah,
And
she did.
so
I don't.
no, nigga, yes. There's no knowledge because this isn't this isn't Stephanie now.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is before y'all are married, before
yeah,
babies. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Early 20s and shit. And
Right.
I'm not mad at it because I was
Yeah.
fucked up. And as I'm older and thinking about it, I'm like, yo, that was fucked up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that was fucked up. But
Mhm.
I just think it's cool now because like she fucks with the podcast and
Yeah,
shit
of
and all
course.
that. And so
Yeah.
and I was thinking the other day, I was like, yo, we did not get out to the greatest start.
Yeah, but she fucks with your energy, bro. And when I say, bro, we got a lot of love for you and a lot of respect. Like I truly mean that because I don't throw that around.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying? I
it.
don't throw it around like that. And we fuck with your energy. And that's why I said, on the first pod that you had me on, like if I needed to take that drive to Austin to do it in person during the
Yeah.
quarantine, nigga, I would have been there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like we would
yeah,
have packed up the family, spent a weekend out there, like we would have
yeah.
been there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
appreciate that.
yeah, it's all good, bro. Because we
Yeah.
we believe in your message. We believe in what you're trying to do, bro. And we just here to enjoy it and just
Yay.
watch it, bro. Yeah.
Now, if there's ever any TV shows, movies, video games, whatever, let me know. Like, I mean, if you're cool with that, I think you're just gonna be my review guy that I
Bro,
review shit with.
bro, I'm with it. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely with it. I'm trying to think of like I'm trying to think. Oh, so Suicide Squad comes out in the summertime. You know what I'm saying?
There's a new one coming out.
Yeah, there's a new one coming out. This one
I
looks like it's
haven't
going
even
to
seen
be.
the first one.
You don't need to. I
Okay.
liked it. I liked it, but you don't need to. But yeah, I can. I'll get to work on watching this Tokyo Ghoul if you ever want to review that.
Oh
Um,
man. Yeah.
yeah. If um, and one thing you got Disney Plus.
Yeah. Yeah. I do.
All right. So have you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
No, I have not. You know, the funny thing
Mhm.
is, I was gonna watch it, but then I found out it was like a TV show, just like WandaVision, and
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel
Mhm.
with watching a Marvel TV. Like my favorite Marvel movie is Guardian of the Galaxies. I don't know how
Mhm.
I'd feel watching the Guardian of the Galaxy like episode thing, but
Yeah.
I've been hearing very good shit about this Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah. So the director of Guardians of the Galaxy is directing the new Suicide Squad movie. Just to throw that out
Mm,
there. So it should be great.
whoa,
Yeah. So
shit.
yeah, it should be great. There's so many characters, but it's a 6 episode TV show, and it's deeper than superheroes. We're talking a black guy was given the shield by Captain America, and the government is like, nah, we'll take that back because we think a white dude should be Captain America. Like
Is
it's
that
deeper.
and that's that corny
Yeah.
looking nigga?
Uh, Clarence parents, like, yeah. But
No,
you
no,
talking
no, no, no,
about,
no,
yeah,
not
the new guy,
Clarence. I'm talking about the Captain America nigga.
yeah, that's him.
That's the
Yeah.
corny looking one.
Yeah, man. But it's a great TV show, bro. It's 6 episodes long, like I said, and I've been
He
telling
said
people
Clarence.
like,
I would never go out Papa Doc like that on that
yeah,
movie, man.
right. It's like I tell people all the time. It's like even if you're not into superheroes like that, just being black and living in America, it's worth a watch.
Right.
It's worth a
Okay.
watch. Yeah,
Do you watch like series shows? You watch Snowfall?
I've only seen the first episode, and I just started it because I was watching Power all that
You
time.
sleeping. You know,
Yeah, I know.
I've never seen Power.
Power is good. Just watch the first season. It's short. You know what I mean? If you like it, go from there. But Power is good. But
Yeah.
everybody says Snowfall was better, and I'm the dude. Like I'm not gonna knock it if I haven't tried it. So
Yeah.
I'll
Snowfall
probably
is
end up.
ill.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I've heard.
And you
Yeah.
know, John Singleton was fucking with
Right.
that before he died, you know.
Right.
So
Exactly.
you know that
Yeah.
shit is fire, dog. So that shit
Yeah.
is dope. But you know, I guess we'll like
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be anything new. Like
Yeah.
we
Yeah. Yeah.
can
Yeah.
we can talk about this off of this. I just forget. But any
Yeah.
last words before we get out of here?
Nah, just the Mortal Kombat movie is great to watch at least one time all the
It's
way
a
through.
it's a fun watch. It's a
Yeah,
fun
it
movie to
is.
watch. Don't
Um,
expect Oscar shit.
yeah, exactly. And I know we just got done watching the Godzilla and King Kong, but watching Mortal Kombat on a Friday night, I went and got some popcorn, some like gummies and stuff like that, and I felt like this was the closest thing to the movie theaters for me. Like I really
Nigga.
enjoyed sitting there watching it, and especially when Kano showed up, and it was like Scarface, the F word every 30
Yeah,
seconds, and
yeah,
it was
yeah,
hilarious. You know what I mean? Like when Liu Kang
yeah,
touches his shoulder, and he's like, "The fuck!" So like
yeah,
it was hilarious. But yeah, it's great. Like it's like you said, don't expect an Oscar worthy movie, but it's a great movie at least one time through.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
All right, Dollar man, I'm gonna
yeah,
go ahead. We're gonna get out of here. I appreciate you, Smoke and Dollar.
yeah. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man, take it easy.
All right, you too, bro. Peace.
See ya. Moke and Friends. This was a movie review at Moke and Dollar. Thank y'all for watching. Patreon will get this first. Sign up on the Patreon. Man, holla at your boy, man. This was great.